Hey guys, this is going to be another Android Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use tabs in your app. So we have tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3 in my demo over here. Just to show that I have something working inside of each tab, I have a button. So test button 1 shows that I'm clicking button 1, test button 2 says that I'm clicking button 2, and test button 3 says that, surprise, I'm clicking button 3. So the first thing we want to do is go and create a new project. I'm going to call it tab activity. Actually, I'll call it tab fragments because we're using fragments. To make it easier, we'll just create a tabbed activity here. Go to next, and we'll do action bar with tabs. Everything else is fine. So we'll click finish. I'm going to be kind of deleting a lot of the stuff that they give you in the outline just to show you what it's like to build it from the ground up. So I'm going to delete fragment main. We don't need that. We're going to delete a whole bunch of stuff in main activity here, and I'm going to rebuild it all. So let's get rid of all this and get rid of the placeholder fragment, on create view, all that stuff. Forgot that. And we'll get rid of the options, don't need that, and get rid of this. Get rid of the toolbar, get rid of this, get rid of this. Let's just get rid of everything. And now we're ready to start. So once again, I'm just going to check activity main really quick here. I don't like how that is. Fix that really quick. We can delete our floating action button, and that should be good. We have our app bar, we have our toolbar, we have our tab layout with the tabs, and then we have our view pager. So that's all fine. So what we're going to be doing, as I showed you in the demo, is so each one of these tabs is going to bring up a new fragment. These are just fragments. So we're going to need 3 fragment classes first of all. So we'll go over to our layout files and we'll create, we'll call it tab 1 fragment. And like always, I've made these ahead of time, so I'm just going to paste in the layout. Check our preview. That looks okay. Now I'm just going to copy tab 1 fragment over here. Click on layout, go paste, change the name, tab 2, and then I'm going to go inside tab 2 and I'm just going to change the labeling. So that's good. Now do the same thing and paste for our third one. So we have tab 3 here now. So we'll relabel everything to tab 3. And that's done. We can close all of our layouts. So now we have all of our layouts done. That only took a few seconds. And we know we're going to be using 3 different fragments connected to these activities. So let's go ahead and create our first fragment. We'll call it tab 1 fragment, and we got to extend fragment. We want to grab the Android support v4 version for the library. Get our tag, insert the onCreateView method, and we're going to inflate the view. And then we want to return the view. And this is tab 1 fragment. There we go. Then we declare our button up top and declare our button in onCreate, and then create our onClick listener for the button. Okay, easy enough. First fragment's built. Now I'm going to copy it and do the same thing for fragment 2. So I'll call it tab 2 fragment, and then I just got to change everything to represent tab 2. So tab 2, change this to tab 2, and then the layout to tab 2. Okay, next one. So tab 3 and tab 3. This is button 3, and change that to a 3. Okay, we're done with all of our fragment activities. Now we're going to write all the code in main activity. First thing, as always, create our tag, and the only variable we're going to need up here is what's going to be called a sections page adapter, and we'll need to create this object class. Actually, why not? I was going to write the class in main activity, but we could just create a new class. Let's go and call it sections page adapter, and it's going to extend fragment pager adapter. You can see we get a little bit of red here. So let's click the old light bulb and see what it says. It says we need to implement the get item and get count methods. So sure, let's do that. Oh, and then insert the default constructor, and you can see the red goes away. And we're going to declare 2 variables up at the top. They're going to be for keeping track of the fragments and the fragment titles. So we have our fragment list for keeping track of the fragments, and then our fragment title list for keeping track of the name of the fragments. And we're going to throw in one more override method here, and it's going to be called get page title. So if we search for get page title, there it is, we can insert that, and this is what's going to be used to return our page title. Easy enough, just return the fragment title list and use get position to get the item. Now we'll go down to the get item method, and we're just going to return the actual fragment itself. So return fragment list get position, and then we're going to go down to the get count method, and here we're just going to return the fragment list size. Now I'm going to create one last method. Actually, I'm going to put it up at the top, and I'm going to call it add fragment. This add fragment method is what we're going to use to add the fragments to the fragment list. So we're done with this class. We're going to close it. Now we can see our sections page adapter is okay. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom here, and I'm going to create a method called setup view pager. And what setup view pager is going to do is we're going to create a sections pager adapter, and then we're going to add the fragments to the sections pager adapter, and we're going to give them titles. And now we're going to add the fragments to the adapter, just like if you were adding like items to a list adapter, for example. So we're going to add tab 1 fragment, tab 2 fragment, and tab 3 fragment, and then name them tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. And you can see we're calling the add fragment method. So if we go back to our sections page adapter, the add fragment method will add the fragment and then add the title. And then since we're passing the view pager, we can just set the adapter to the view pager. Okay, we're all done in this method. Now we're going to go up top and finish up. So let's log starting. Then we're going to declare our sections page adapter. Then we're going to set the view pager with the sections adapter. Oh, I forgot to declare my view pager up top. So there's our view pager up here. And one last thing is we need to create a tab layout object and set the ID to tabs. So if we go to our activity main, we can see this is our tab layout here, and it's got the ID tabs. So we just declare the tab layout object, and then we take our tab layout and use the method setup with page viewer, and then pass our page viewer. And that should be it. We don't have to add anything to the manifest because we created fragments. So let's run it and see if we get any errors. Okay, there's tab 1. Let's click on test button 1. That looks like that works. Let's go to tab 2, click button 2. That works. And tab 3, click button 3. And that works too. So there we go. We have a pretty easy way to create tabs in your application. That only took, I don't know, I'm guessing the video is probably only going to be about 5 minutes. If this video was helpful, don't forget to leave a like below. Check out all my social media platforms. Follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. I post everything to Twitter, so if you want notifications when I post new tutorials, Twitter is definitely the best place to get it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.